Most professionals waste hours every week switching between emails, chats, task lists, file versions, and meetings, bouncing between like Outlook, To-Do, Planner, and Teams. It's overwhelming. But the truth is, Microsoft Teams alone can simplify a lot of that chaos if you know how to use it right. Over the past few years, I have helped countless professionals streamline how they collaborate using Microsoft 365. And in this video, I'll walk you through the basics of Microsoft Teams, step by step, with real-world examples and practical tips you can start using right away. I mean, let's be honest and tell me in the comments if this sounds like you. You open Microsoft Teams, answer a few chats, maybe join a meeting or two, and that's about it. But if that's all you're using Teams for, you're barely scratching the surface. You're missing out on 80% of what it's actually built to do. So in this walkthrough, I'll show you how to use Teams as your productivity hub, where you communicate, collaborate, manage projects, and track files all in one place. I'll walk you through it step by step so you can easily follow along. And if you want to go deeper and really learn how to integrate Microsoft Teams with Outlook, Planner, OneNote, To-Do, and Loop, you'll find a link below to my Microsoft 365 Productivity Masterclass. It's built to help professionals save time, reduce stress, and get meaningful work done. And it might do the same for you. So check it out via the link below. Maybe this sounds like you. You're jumping into Teams for the first time and the interface feels cluttered, leaving you unsure where to begin. The insight here is that Teams is designed as a central hub for communication and collaboration. But starting with a clear setup and understanding the basics prevents overwhelm and lets you focus on real work. If you haven't done so yet, download Teams from the Microsoft website or App Store. It's free for personal use or sign in with your work Microsoft 365 account. Once open, sign in and customize your profile. Click on the three dots in the top right, go to Settings, and adjust notifications or appearance for a calmer look and feel. For example, I usually enable dark mode to reduce eye strain during long days. But for now, let's leave the default light theme. Next, let's explore the overall view. The main interface has a navigation bar on the left. This bar is your access to Teams core features. Activity for notifications, chat for one-on-one or group conversations, Teams for organized group workspaces, calendar for meetings, calls for voice or video, OneDrive for shared documents, and apps to add integrations like Planner. We'll cover the main ones, chat, Teams, calendar, and file sharing in detail next, so you can build practical workflows without perfectionism getting in the way. Let's start with chat because it's where most people begin when using Teams. Think of chat as your digital hallway. It's quick, informal, and flexible, great for one-off questions, direct messages, or small group discussions that don't need long-term visibility. To open chat, click on Chat in the left-hand navigation bar. To start a new chat, click the small pencil and paper icon at the top of the chat panel. In the To field, type the name of the person or people you want to message. And then just type your message at the bottom and hit Enter to send. You'll see that each new message opens as a thread in the left pane under Resend. You can return to these chats at any time. For efficiency, you can pin frequent chats. Just right-click and select Move To. Then either select Favorites or New Section, which allows you to create a new section, for example, for projects or departments. That appears on the top. I use the favorites to pin the people I interact with most often. You can also react to messages with emojis by hovering over a message and choosing one, or start a video or audio call using the icons in the top right corner of the chat window. What's also great is that you can share files and directly collaborate on them in Teams by clicking the plus icon below in the message box and selecting Attach File. Then choose to attach cloud files or upload from your device. Alternatively, you can also just drag and drop files into the message window. But here's something important. Chat isn't great for team-wide collaboration. It's private and messages can get buried fast. I've seen entire project decisions happen in group chats that no one remembered or could find later. If it's something project related or that multiple people might need later, it rather belongs in a team channel. Also note that chat features only work with people in your organization by default. If you want to communicate with external users, they first need to be invited into a team. No worries. If you have never heard of this, we'll get into it now. Now let's explore the Teams section, which is really the backbone of structured collaboration in Microsoft Teams, if it's used right. If you click on Teams in the left-hand navigation, it will show you all the teams you're part of, each represented as a tile or a list, depending on your layout. Each team is like a shared workspace for a department, project, or client. Inside every team, you'll find channels, dedicated spaces to keep communication and files organized by topic. To create a new team, start by clicking on the Teams tab in the left-hand navigation. Then in the top right corner of the Teams panel, click on Join or Create a Team. In the next window, click Create Team. You'll be prompted to choose how you want to start, either from scratch or from an existing Microsoft 365 group. For most cases, choose from scratch. And next, give your team a name and optionally add a description. Then select the privacy label. Choose private if you want to limit access to invited members only. And this is the most common option, by the way. And choose public if you want anyone in your organization to be able to join without an invitation. Then click Next to proceed. You'll now be asked to add members. Start by typing a name or email address to add people from inside your organization. To invite someone from outside your organization, simply type their full email address. Microsoft Teams will recognize that they're external and send them an email invite to join. Let's say you're creating a team for a new client project. You might call it Project Falcon, and your first channel could be admin and planning. Once the team is set up, you'll automatically land in the general channel. If you want to create additional channels, say for different work streams, click the three dots next to the team name and select Add Channel. Give it a name like Workstream A or PMO, and then choose the privacy level. Again, standard channel are visible to everyone in the team, and private channels are only accessible to specific members you select. Shared channels let you collaborate with people or teams outside your team, even external guests, which is great for cross-functional projects or external partners. Inside each channel, you'll see a Posts tab for discussions, a Files tab for document sharing, and the option to add tabs for tools like Planner, OneNote, or even third-party apps. Compared to chat, messages inside Teams channels are more structured. You're not just sending messages, you're creating posts. These include a subject line and a body text, and replies are threaded underneath, which keeps conversations easy to follow. It's much easier to stay organized and refer back to important messages later. Now, if you prefer to streamline your interface, Teams offers the option to combine chat and Teams into one unified view. To do that, click the three dots next to either the Chat or Teams tab in the left navigation bar and select Customize View. Then choose Combined. This will merge your chat conversations and team activity under a single chat tab. You'll see your pinned chats, teams, and channels all in one collapsed view on the left, with filter options at the top to quickly search or scan messages. Some people prefer this combined view because it simplifies navigation. But personally, I stick with the classic layout, keeping chat and teams separate because I like having a clear boundary between informal messages and structured collaboration. Now let's move on to the Calendar tab in Teams, which is deeply integrated with Outlook. So if you schedule a meeting in one, it automatically appears in the other, even with the same category and color applied. Click on Calendar in the left-hand menu to open your calendar view. To schedule a meeting, click New Event in the top right corner. If you do not go via the drop-down next to New Event, a standard meeting invite will open that you can fill in. just as you would normally do. You can fill in the meeting title, add attendees, and choose the date and time and adjust the time zone if needed. Now here's a key step. If the meeting belongs to a specific team, you can associate it with a channel by clicking Channel Meeting via the drop-down next to New Event in the calendar view. The pop-up that opens is essentially the same, but this way ensures that the invite appears inside that channel and automatically shares the meeting recording there later. Once you click Send, you finish scheduling. And to join a meeting, simply click on the Calendar tab in the left-hand navigation. Find the meeting you want to join, click on it, and then select Join. Alternatively, just before the meeting starts, you'll often see a small pop-up notification in the bottom right of your screen. Clicking that will also take you directly into the meeting. Once you click Join, a setup window will appear. Here you can turn your camera and microphone on or off. You can also adjust your background by clicking Effects and Avatars. This lets you blur your background, choose a built-in background image, or select one provided by your organization. When everything's set, click Join Now to enter the meeting. Inside the meeting, you'll see a control bar at the top of the screen. To open the meeting chat, click the chat bubble icon to see or send messages. To view participants, click the people icon to see who has been invited and who has joined. You can also use emojis or raise your hand using the smiley face icon, helping during presentations or Q&A. To share your screen, click the Share button in the top right corner. You'll be prompted to select whether you want to share your entire screen, a specific window, or a browser tab. And when you're done, click Stop Sharing from the toolbar to return to the regular view. Another useful feature is meeting and recording. Just a heads up, some organizations have this turned off due to privacy policies. If the option is grayed out, you'll need to check with your IT administrator. If recording is enabled, click the three dots, the More menu in the top, then select Record and Transcribe and choose Start Recording. You'll see a banner at the top of the screen confirming that the recording has started. And after the meeting ends, the recording will be saved to OneDrive or SharePoint and shared with all participants. One of my favorite features, especially for virtual workshops or breakout sessions, is the Breakout Rooms function. To use it, click the Rooms icon in the top menu. Choose how many rooms you want to create and decide whether to assign participants manually or automatically. Once everything's set, click Open Rooms and participants will be moved into their respective breakout spaces. This setup is really good for group work, brainstorming sessions, or when you need smaller discussions to happen in parallel in a virtual setup. Now, before we jump into file sharing, consider signing up for my newsletter. There's a link in the description below. You'll get weekly tips on how to use Microsoft 365 more effectively, plus free access to a 7-day mini masterclass that gives you a sneak peek into my full productivity course. And finally, let's talk about files and real-time collaboration in Teams, which is one of the biggest productivity boosters if you set it up right. You can share files in chats, Teams channels, or even directly in meetings. Where you upload them matters because it determines where they are stored and who can access them. In a chat, files are stored in OneDrive and shared only with that person or group. In a channel, files are stored on the respective team SharePoint and available to the entire team. And during a meeting, shared files are stored in the meeting chat and follow the same rules. OneDrive for direct chats, SharePoint for channel meetings. To upload a file in Teams, first go to the relevant chat or channel and then click the Files tab at the top of the window. In the Files tab, click Upload in the upper left corner and select the file you want to share from your computer. Alternatively, you can simply drag and drop a file directly into the chat message box or into a channel conversation. You can also use the plus icon in the message bar to attach files from OneDrive or your device. Once the file is uploaded, click on it to open it directly in Teams. Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files can be co-authored in real time, meaning multiple people can edit the same document simultaneously. Changes appear instantly for everyone and everything is saved automatically. If you prefer working in the desktop app, you can switch by clicking the 3 dots in the top right corner of the document window and select Open in Desktop app. And from there, the document behaves just like any other Office file. You can leave comments by going to the Review tab in the ribbon and adding your feedback. If you want to notify someone, just mention their name in a comment and Teams will send them a notification. This is one of my favorite parts of working in Teams. You avoid the constant back and forth over email, eliminating version confusion and keep everything in one central shared space, accessible and editable by exactly the right people. Now that covers the essentials of Microsoft Teams. Key tools that can make your workday more productive and help you get more done with less effort. But just as important is learning how to use Microsoft Outlook efficiently. The good news is that it's easier than you might think. So watch this video next, where I'll walk you through my top Outlook productivity tips to help you stay focused, organized, and in control and save so much time every day.